Or is it rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I've been here at the Toadstool in Peterborough for almost 18 years. And when I started working there, I met this guy, Ryan Wilson, who now lives in China. But he and I kind of really built that record store back there. And we started getting really into making posters. And then we started, getting into the old Fillmore stuff and all those designers that were bringing back kind of the Art Deco and all the weird stuff from the 20s and stuff, and then they were taking these lineups and putting like Miles Davis and the Grateful Dead together, like Charles Lloyd and the Allman Brothers, and War and Jimi Hendrix, and putting these great lineups together that were kind of exciting, and every concert seemed kind of like an event beyond just being a concert. And so we got really into that. And then the idea of Woodstock, we were always talking about Woodstock and how cool, like a lot of, that, how they built that. And I remember being a kid and just seeing the dude, I can't even remember his name, but this dude in just a leather vest and jeans riding a motorcycle through like the fields as they were started building it. And so I was like, man, that guy's fucking nuts. Like, what's that guy doing, And so, and I've been putting on shows since I was probably like 14. And so then we were like, well, let's start putting on shows so that we can kind of organize these lineups how we want them and then make the posters for them. And so we kind of did that in the store a little bit. We put a couple posters and lineups together, and then Mary, who's my wife, who, my girlfriend then, Ryan and her started talking about, actually I suppose properly would be she and Ryan started talking about an affordable arts fair. And so the idea was, okay, well, let's have that be on Saturday, and then we'll do a Friday night show, and a Saturday night show, and then maybe like a Sunday. So we started building things around that, and that was the first thing in the spring, I think in 2008. Yes. And so that's how it started, and then we just kind of kept doing it, and now this is going to be our 12th year. A lot of it is just, hi, want to come up? All right, is this okay?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
But you have to get your mouth away from me, you stinky breath. I was playing a lot of shows around the same time as when I started at the Toadstool, and around New England and sometimes further beyond, and it always struck me how you would meet people and strike up these relationships within like a 24-hour period where you got there. The people that put on the show normally was another band from the area, and you would meet up and you would only ever talk on the phone. This is even really not before the internet, but before the internet as it is now. And so
right, you're not just, I'm going to shoot you a message really quick. And
no, it was like MySpace.
This is GeoCities type stuff.
Yeah, GeoCities, MySpace. Yeah. And so, you'd get there and you spend all this time, this person play this show in this like jammed, weird space, and then you'd move on, and then that person's band or that person would get in touch with you down the line and just be like, hey, we're booking a tour. Can you put together a show? So the idea that like every area has its own underground and they're all connected in this way that makes it pretty easy to, if you're in that network, it's really no problem to book a series of shows.